Oh shit. Here we go. All right. Welcome to the Wartime MMA podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and we got my co-host Tony Trill in the back. And we got the former Bellator bantamweight champion, Raufeon Super Stots. Raufeon, how you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Last time we talked, you just told me you didn't remember it, but last time we talked, you were about to fight Sergio Pettis, but the fight didn't go through. So
Oh,
you
I remember that was 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
yeah. So, and I think you were fighting Sabatello at the time too. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but he's old news now. He's old news. He's old news.
Hey, 2-0. He done. Oh,
Yeah, but taking back to the old time, back when you were the champ. How
yeah.
did you feel about Sergio Pettis as an opponent, and now, like, do you think he's
I was a lot more familiar, with him because it was less time in between when we had trained together. Um, I mean, I felt weird about fighting him then. I feel less weird about fighting him now. Just because we spent some time away from each other. We're not like training in the room and then gonna fight, like it's like felt like a week apart that last time. But yeah, so I feel better about fighting him now than before.
yeah. I was about to say, before that fight, he was the champ. Now he's kind of like on a. Now he's doing other stuff. He's doing boxing. I heard he was doing. He just came off the Patchy Mix performance.
Yeah.
Now he's back. Now he's back in this fight. Do you think he? You think he's going? You think he's going to be the same hungry Sergio Pettis, or do you think?
I think he is gonna be the same Sergio Pettis just because one, I know he just had his first child, and I feel like that brings about a certain a motivation. The other thing is so in between me fighting and him fighting, I fought some good competition. But he beat Patricio Pitbull and then he fought Patchy Mix. So he had a great performance and then he had a not so high performance. And then his boxing fight and his risen fight, I feel like were like bad. They weren't like bad matchups, but I know he was like giving up stuff. He was giving up
Positions.
yeah, positions to fight those fights. Like he was giving up weight to fight the boxing fights, and he's doing boxing, a different skill set. So he was going over to Japan to fight Horiguchi, and it was at a certain weight, I think more favorable for Horiguchi. And so yeah, but I know for a fact that he's hungry for a win, and what they say about the wounded animals, you don't want to freaking back a wounded animal into a corner, and I feel like that's what I'm doing. So so yeah, so I think he's definitely gonna be hungry to win.
Yeah.
I don't want
Tony.
to look at him. I don't want to look at it like he's like sliding off because I don't believe that's Sergio.
Yeah. Tony, you got any questions? Damn.
Yeah, so Rafael, my
Yeah,
question is, wouldn't you venture to say the winner of this fight is in a position for a potential championship caliber fight afterward?
yeah, that's what I feel like. I mean, we're two former champions. Who was it? I think Magomed said nobody knows the people in the tournament. I know the people in the tournament, Alves and Justin Wessel, but he's saying like nobody knows. So I think them fighting a former champion would bring validity to the championship belt. They already said that the tournament champion isn't like the organization champion. So I think that's the perfect, I'm saying? I'm doing people jobs for them. So, I'm saying? Sign it up. Sign it up.
Yeah. So, um, how's everything been camp wise? You know,
My camp's been pretty good. I've been training with Eve Edwards, and the same crew that I've been with, Adrian Yanez, Matt Schnell, and Cameron Smotherman, Sean Tillman, a couple uppercomer guys, Manny Sanchez also. Yeah, so the camp's been great, I don't feel like I've had to like add new skill sets for this training camp, but I've been always improving. I've been improving on what I'm doing. And yeah, I feel like also I'm at a point in Houston where I know where and how to get or where to get my train or the best training for my camps from. I was here or this what my third or fourth year here. So now I feel like I'm confident in the places I've tried out to train. So it's camp this camp has been great.
Yeah. Um, we know that you loving it so far in PFL so far.
Yeah,
Lately we've been seeing a lot of people go to the other side in the UFC.
yeah,
Let's say in a hypothetical speaking,
yeah,
Raufeon Stots is a free agent.
yeah,
You get a call up from the bald man, Dana White himself. Let's say like, oh, if the money's right, we got
yeah,
you, we got you against this top 15 guy in
yeah.
Texas or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
would you be down to take that, or you?
I'm down to, I mean, I'm a prize fighter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, PFL may, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with PFL. I'm happy with everything that they're doing here, and the trajectory is looking a lot better. Here at PFL. It was rocky in the beginning, just with the merger and like them acquiring all the obligations that Bellator had, and the contracts and things like that. But it's looking up. So that's all I can like kind of hope for now. But I mean, I'm a prize fighter at the end of the day.
Yeah. So I know that you had like a couple fights in PFL, but I'm still thinking like maybe you're probably not like used to the new like stages is now. Like you can't throw elbows, you can't
Well, they
like
changed that elbow rule.
oh they fixed it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But they have like they work by points as well by wins too. Like
No, that's in the tournament.
oh that's only in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm looking stupid.
No,
Damn.
you good, bro. No, this is good, because a lot of people don't know. So my fight is not a tournament fight. So in the way the tournament, was set up for like most of the people, how the tournament's set up. Most you get points, in kind of the playoffs of the tournament, and that determines your seed once you get into the tournament. But my fight as of now is a showcase fight, so it's not in the tournament. I'm not in the tournament. Um, I'm just a showcase bantamweight fight. So elbows are allowed promotion wide now for PFL. What other changes did they make? Yeah, and so they also announced that the tournament champion, the champion of the tournament is going to fight in the Middle East somewhere later in the year against somebody for the so they pretty much they're winning a fight to chance or winning a chance to fight the champion or for the championship belt, uh depending on the weight class.
For like the PFL Bellator thing that they have.
Yeah, the belt deal.
Yeah,
But they're getting rid of. I'm thinking it's just a PFL belt now because I think Bellator is done.
yeah. Um, so you're not the main event on this. I thought you were originally when it first got announced. How
Yeah,
does it feel? How does it feel that people are mainly seeing this fight as a possible as just a main event to
yeah,
as
I've heard that a couple times, even in my interviews today. They're saying that like we're the people main event, which I mean that's cool, man. I mean people just know our body of work, and we know we put on exciting fights, and know that that'll be a banger of a fight together. Yeah, so that makes me feel pretty good.
yeah. I'm surprised, yeah, because like this was like a fight that was supposed to happen like we said like 4 years ago. And
Right.
now
Yeah.
we finally
I also understand. I mean, they got some big. They want to push that tournament. In the tournament, there's some big names on that too. You got Sully, Colley against Phil Davis, and Rasta against Aaron Jeffries. So you got some killer fighters in that tournament. So and I understand why they want to push that. But the people know. The people know. Who who gonna put on a banger fight.
yeah. You know, this is like you said, this is not like a tournament fight. How do you feel of it not being a tournament fight, just being like a potential like just title eliminator fight? You
That's cool with me. I feel like, I mean, I'm not. I've kind of proved myself. I've loved to do the tournament. The tournament just didn't work out for me this time around. But I am. Can y'all still see me?
yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm more than willing to do the tournament. But the showcase fight is I mean, just a little. It's well, like I don't need to prove as much, in the tournament because people kind of I got a good body of work so far. So the showcase fight just proves that like I still have worth outside of something that they're building. That's worthy of being on the main card or being the main event of a fight card. So it just makes me feel happy about my body of work.
Yeah. Back to the Sergio Pettis question. You fought in some very good names in your Bellator career. You fought Patchy Mix, who's now in the UFC. You fought Danny Sabatello. Like the man or not, at the time he was like a hyped up name at the time.
Yeah.
Magomedov, who's doing his thing. How do you feel like that you're fighting? How do you rank Sergio out of all of those names? You got a former champion in him. You got
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot Archuleta. Yeah,
Yep.
Archuleta too. Yeah, he just beat Archuleta too. How do you rank Sergio from all those names too? Like,
I mean, I rank him pretty high because he was the champion while I was the interim champion. So I rank him pretty high. And I know his skill set. I spent a lot of time with him. So yeah, I rank him pretty high. I probably say he's right behind Patchy. I would feel.
yeah, Tony.
Yes, Raufeon. The question I had, referring to this matchup with Sergio Pettis, like as Mike alluded to, I think I agree. Like for me, it's the main event. Like I know, with all due respect to Fabian Edwards, Josh Silveira, Dalton Rossa, and
Yeah.
Jeffrey, I think you have to say, like, if you're a hardcore, you've been watching fights, and you know who you both are, I think this is the main event for a lot of people. I would venture to say. My question is, I've already asked you if you think that this is a title worthy potential creating fight, and I agree. I think it is. If it is, who would you want to see, or who do you think you could see potentially as your next matchup? I know you don't like to think ahead of the current opponent in front of you, but if you had to guess off rip, like who
Yeah.
do you think
If
this would be to?
if it's from the tournament, I like Justin Wetzel. I think he's a strong competitor. If it's not from the tournament, um, if it's like another showcase fighter, I would say like a Magomed. I rematch Magomed for the title or something.
He's
But
coming
yeah,
off a good win
tournament
last week
I
too.
think Justin Wetzel last likely.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
and
both coming off good fights last week too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that Alves kid looks pretty good too. He feel like he's always the underdog and he always finds a way to
Yeah.
win. So that's pretty impressive.
alrighty. You know, this is also in Chicago too, and this is like you've been dominating that place. You pretty much own that place now. Like, how does it feel that you back in there and no longer in enemy territory at this point? They might as well feel you like as a
You know what I'm
hometown
saying? They might
hero.
well put me a jersey up or something, hang my gloves up in the stadium. No, no, it's fun, bro. I mean, I the Midwest is kind of my second home. I feel like I've been fighting in or around Chicago most of my time coming up. And yeah, so yeah, the Midwest is, it's kind of my home away from home.
Yeah, and I got a couple more questions, and then I think Tony probably will have a couple more, and then we'll probably end this off.
Okay.
Uh, your gym in Texas has been growing. You
Yeah.
got Cameron Smotherman, who was in the UFC. Andrew Yanez is in the UFC. He's one of I also got an interview with him. Very good man. How do you
Yeah.
feel that this gym has been growing lately? And I think Diego Lopez was there for his title fight as well. How do you feel like those names and stuff calling up the gym and asking y'all to like train for their camp? How do you feel the
Yeah,
growth on that?
we get a lot of requests from people like coming into town or wanting us to be a part of their camp. And it's just just a testament to the guys kind of I'm training with, and people kind of recognizing, either when they train with us or when they see us that we're elite fighters and we have great knowledge. I have a lot of conversations with guys about martial arts because we have our coach Eve Edwards, but Eve Edwards also has a group of guys that he works with, and all of us are pretty like mature in the sport and kind of got a good IQ for fighting, you know what I mean? So we are able to like come up with game tens and run them past Eves or vice versa. So and it just shows in our fighting and our styles and how we win fights.
All right. I'll leave my final question for the end. Tony, you got any couple more questions?
A little off topic on the aspect of MMA. Just a
Yeah.
personal question. How often do you watch any sports, or do you have any sports you like to watch outside of potentially MMA or fighting?
I don't really. I don't really watch no sports outside of what's the name. Outside of fighting, I pretty much just freaking watching my kids got run, rip around the house. Yeah, I'm not really a sports guy actually.
For sure, for sure. Aside from that, a question I would like to ask is, what is your favorite win in your career? If not,
Um,
potentially this next fight.
yeah, my favorite win would have to be the Juan Archuleta fight. Just because of the implications and win the belt for the first time. It was a special moment for me.
Yeah, that was a great performance, that fight.
Yeah. So my final question is, to wrap things up, anything motivational you got for your fans, and do you have a potential message for Sergio Pettis if he's watching in this fight too? So
Motivation for the fans is if you fall down, you can all. I was actually telling my kid this the other day. My son Clarence Bubba. He was like, "You gonna win this fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna win this fight." And he was like, "You lost one before," and I was like, yeah, I did lose one or whatever, but I won after that. Like you can always lose and pick yourself back up. You know what I mean? Like even though it feels like the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. Pick yourself up and go do better the next time. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you right, you did win." So yeah, that's my motivation for the fans and Sergio. I mean, Sergio knows what it is. We're gonna go in there and we're gonna freaking let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a great fight and try to hurt each other, and then fucking, then we can go hurt somebody else after.
yes, sir. Maybe like a couple deep dish Chicago pizzas afterwards.
Yeah, get some pizza. Yeah, after we bloodied up and fucked up for sure.
All right, man. I don't want to take too much of your time. I appreciate you for this interview, man. Can't wait for this fight. You've been one of my favorite Bellator fighters, and I was just telling these guys, yeah, Nate, I did some interviews with Buckley and Giannis, but you've always been like one of my favorite interviews to do because you were like the first ever one that gave me the opportunity. I remember when you were peaking up, and I think I told you this on the live too. I did like a little poll on which bantamweight champion was better out of any weight out of anyone in the company. They named you as like the favorite when
Oh shit!
Aljo was doing his thing, when a couple other people and like Ryzen and stuff were doing their thing.
Yeah,
Like that was like one of my favorite interviews to do, and it was like one of those chilling ones.
for
Yeah,
sure.
and I appreciate you so much for that too.
Hell yeah, always, bro. Yeah, I'm giving you an interview before my weight cut. You know what I'm saying? It's my weight cut day. So, that's how much you mean to me. Nah, that's
I was telling
it's
them,
all
bro,
love,
like
bro. It's all love.
yeah, I was telling them, man, like this is a cool one too, because you didn't have to do this too. Like
For
you could
sure.
have just told me, nah, this motherfucker taking too long. I'm about to
Nah,
put this shit out.
nah. No, hey, players fuck up. Shit, I fuck up all the time. But
Nah,
yeah,
but yeah, thank you so much, Raufeon, bro. Thank you so much for all the love, man. I can't wait for the fight. I hope you get that job done. I like Sergio Pettis too. I met him as well,
yeah,
but
he's a
I'm
good dude, bro. I can't say mean stuff about him, man. He's a good dude.
yeah, but we team Stots here. No glaze stuff though.
Let's go. Let's go. For sure. All right, bro. I gotta go.
All right, thank you so much,
Appreciate you,
man.
Stots.
Take it
All
easy.
right.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
All right. For last minute, I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah.